Welcome, finally, kings and queens. Welcome to the World Network first ever business summit. The first ever summit, and the title of the summit is Success in Life, Wealth, and Business in 2026. Right? How you can achieve success in life, in wealth, and in business in 2026. And first of all, about this webinar, this particular video, this is day one video of the 2 days masterclass. So it's free. You can watch it on our YouTube. You can watch it on our website, right? So we're going to be talking a lot in day one, but I want you to stick with me to the end because I'll be showing you knowledge. I'll be giving you from the vault of knowledge of how you can succeed in 2026 because most people don't really know how to plan their year right. Most people don't really know how to prepare for their year. And the theme for this event, or the scripture, the word that I'm using for this event, please mind you, not a pastor, but I really love the word of God, and it's a guiding word. So whether you're Muslim, Christian, you're listening to this, I don't really care your religion, right? One thing stands out is that God exists, and you have to recognize that He has wisdom, and using His wisdom will help your life easier. So in Psalm 90 verse 12, there's a verse which says, "Teach us to number our days so that we may gain a heart of wisdom." And to explain this verse really easy, it's kind of obvious. Teach us to number our days, right? To number your days doesn't mean that you're going to die. No, what it means is that teach us how to understand what to do in every season so that we can have wisdom for that season, so that we can guide ourselves. So to explain this, let's use seasons for example. The weather, nature. So we have rainy season in Africa, we have dry season, we have harmattan. you know in the western hemisphere they call it summer, winter, and all that stuff, right? So say for example, there's going to be rainy season. You know that the rain is coming very soon, and it's drawing close. How do you prepare for rainy season? What kind of person do you need to be to prepare for rainy season? You need to have you need to basically start digging your trenches, digging gutter. You need to start buying thicker clothes. You need to start buying rubber boots. You need to start buying umbrellas, just prepare for the rain season. Now that is what a wise person will do, right? That's what a wise person will do, because a wise person knows that the rain season is approaching. Farmers, what would the farmer do? There are some crops that can be planted in the rain season. He also needs to protect his farm against erosion, water, flooding, and all that stuff. Now, when you don't prepare for those seasons and they come, you cannot blame the season, right? The season is there because it's going to come, either you're prepared or not. So, having that mindset, you need to understand how you're going to position yourself strategically for 2026. 2026, you need to understand how you're going to strategically position yourself for success 2026. So, you need to understand how to guide yourself, what to prepare for in each quarter of the year, right? We have different quarters here. We have Q1, Q2, Q3. Yeah, so these are 4 months separated in each year. So you need to know in Q1, what should I be focusing on? What part of my life should I really focus on? Is it health? Is it my business? In these spaces, what should I dive deep in? Because let me be honest with you, you have goals, you have dreams, you have a lot of targets, you have a lot of things you want to achieve, but you cannot do all of them at once. So you have to be strategic about it. So the way you start the year is going to determine how the way you end your year is going to look like, right? The starting and the ending, right, has to align. And how you do that is by watching, quality videos like this, wisdom packed videos like this. So in World Network, um, we have a lot of things planned out for 2026. We have some amazing webinars we'll be doing, from procrastination, setting right goals from January. We're going to be doing that so that you cannot set your goals in January to February, right? The month of love. How do you relationship, right? Because you need to understand that relationships are important, not just romantic, but in business too, in career, mentorship, coaches. How do you gift people that you look up to? Family. How do you create balance in business life and family? How do you love somebody? What should you prioritize in at each age group? These are important questions. We're going to be bringing speakers somebody, a particular love coach. That lady is amazing. So she's going to be speaking on for that month of February. We have March. We have things planned for every single month, and that is the whole goal is to help a lot of people succeed in 2026 and give a lot of value. So a bit about Wealth Network. We're about to start very soon, so just bear with me. Wealth Network is a platform for the top 1%, the top 1% of people that want change in society, the top 1% of people that want to change in their own lives, people that want wealth and also want to succeed in life, right? So wealth beyond just money, because money is important. Mind you, money is really important. We in this community we're all about business, career, and all that stuff. So money is important, but wealth beyond that, in terms of that, you are not going to be a person that at the end of the day at the end of the day, gains the whole world and lose their soul, right? Gains the whole world and lose family, gains the whole world and lose themselves, gains the whole world and lose, um, the love life, lose their partner, their spouse, their children. You know, you're a career-driven person. You're studying in school, you gain everything, and then lose how to convert with people, how to have conversations, how to build, build friendships. Because these are all these areas are important, right? So World Network is we are raising people that have wealth but understand the purpose of money and wealth and know how to empower lives beyond their own life, right? You're going to be wealthy in this community, you're going to have goals, you're going to have people that support your dream, because that's what we're trying to build, a community, a family of people that you can find in every location around the world. Right now we're in Nigeria, and I'll share more about it as we go on. But we want to change the narrative. We want to show people that you can have wealth and still be responsible. You can have wealth and still love God. You can have wealth and still thrive in family, in business, and still be a human being. Money doesn't change you. You rule money. Money doesn't rule you. Right? That is the whole purpose of Wealth Network. And to be the new narrative, to change the culture. That is what we're doing in World Network. So we're ambitious, we're driven, we have purpose, we have intelligence and wisdom, and we have God. So that is World Network. So thank you for listening to my rants. If you want to learn more about World Network, there'll be a link below the description of this video. You can join our WhatsApp channel, and when we have events coming up, you just we'll send you a link for that to sign up and join our meeting group, and that's it. So, welcome to Success in Life Wealth and Business Summit 2026. Basically, we're talking about how to break the circle of stagnation and succeed in 2026 for this day one masterclass. I don't want to talk all that. That's the introduction. You're going to see it, so please stay with me to the end of this video. Now, who am I? Who is this fine black boy here, right? My name is Cyprian Sunday. I'm the founder of Wealth Network, and I'm a seven-figure digital marketer, agency owner. I do digital marketing coaching. I've worked with a lot of businesses, companies home and abroad, and I have had my own fair share of traumas, failures, which I believe are way too much. Um, I feel so much that I stopped becoming afraid of failure, right? And now I feel forward. What that means is that I'm failing and learning and becoming better, right? Because failure is part of the process. And what I'm about to share with you today is something that has worked for me personally, worked for the top 1% of people I follow, worked for people I've also taught this particular thing, and something that has helped me from 2024 to 2025 to succeed greatly. So it doesn't matter if you're watching this video in 2027, it's the same principle that applies across all boards, right? Right? Same principle. So this is me on LinkedIn. You can follow me on LinkedIn. I have a business that works with people in Dubai, UK and Dubai, a agency that works with people in UK and Dubai. Um, these are some clients I've worked with. Mind you, I'm in Nigeria, right? I'm in Nigeria and I'm doing stuff globally, right? So I'm leveraging internet. We're going to talk about income making very soon. I also have an agency where I help people build website in case you need a website. Sorry, we help people build websites, and this is my company Brand Mode. So in 2025, we built about 12 plus websites, more than 12 websites. So there's a lot to be doing, right? And this is just my company. I also have my own personal brand, my own coaching business. You can visit my site and I can help you if you need clarity in business, and you need help in growing your business, meeting targets, or you want to learn, let's say I have an academy, go to my site, go to academy, and you see some of my courses. I have courses in tech, business, sales, picking the right career, sorry, online business to start. I have all those kind of courses. So I also have how to grow your LinkedIn. So there's a lot that's going to be added here. So this is just me, right? But mind you, I did not achieve all of this in a jiffy. I started out broke. I started out 2023, 2022, 2023. Like when things started, becoming worse for me. I started out very, very broke. 2023 was a tough year for me. Going to 2024, I was confused, depressed. I lost a lot of relationships, including romantic. I had zero assets. I don't have any property to my name, any intellectual or physical property. I had small dreams because one thing about being stuck for a long time, whether it's in poverty or whatever situation, it affects your imagination, right? And your imagination is the only thing you have in this world that nobody can own, that is free to you, and that's why you must protect it at all costs. Your imagination, if your environment, your situation can capture your imagination, they have captured your hands. Because when your mind is depressed, in chains, under attack, you cannot do anything. No matter how, even if you have all the resources around you, you cannot move because it's your mind, right? And that is something that affected me because I was poor for a long time. I was broke for a long time, and I could not dream big. You know, you can relate. Maybe when you were younger, you used to dream you'll be a pilot, you'll be something, you'll be a celebrity. And now moving through life is like you are not defeated in life. Life has defeated you. You cannot dream bigger than your current situation, right? And you have tried all you can, and you feel like this is just the way life is. But I'm here to tell you it's not so, right? You can actually change it, right? So now I'm ending 2025 with multiple deals, contracts. I'm no longer broke. Not that I'm where I want to be financially, but I'm no longer in that zone. I have quality relationships. I have assets, both intellectual and physical. I've spoken at events. I have this waiting for me 2026. I have bigger dreams now. I have goals. I have active businesses, and I have a team working with me. But I came from the most average family you can think of. The most average family. I used to push rice and sell on the road. You know, I used to I used to wear one jean in university days from 100 level. Somebody laughed at me. That's when I even noticed. He said, "Ah, is this the only trouser you have?" That's when I noticed. So I didn't even put it in mind, right? But all of those experiences, what led me to this point. Search for a better life and how to be better is what led me to this point. So what I shared from my businesses and everything might look like bragging, even if it is to you, but it's my story and I want to share to inspire you that you can come from nothing and become something. All you need is the right knowledge, platform, tools, resources, and people to help you get to that point. And one of those stuff is what I'm about to share with you. And at the end of it, at the end of this event, if you promise to stay with me to the end, you will get everything you need to succeed in 2026 as much as we can provide, right? And let's go. So, what did I do differently to break the circle of stagnation? What did I learn? What did I see others do? What did I copy? What did I try for myself? And what worked? That's what I'm about to share with you, right? So, but before we start anything, we have to first understand what stagnation is, right? Stagnation. What is stagnation? Stagnation is the state of not flowing or moving, right? It's the state of not flowing or moving. Basically, like a drainage system, like a gutter is blocked. Water is, let's say water for example, is stuck in a particular place. That is stagnation, right? And one thing about life is that there are different laws in nature that also apply to our lives, right? So there's a law in nature that says anything left to itself will will deteriorate, it will change. Anything you leave, it will change, whether good or bad, it will change, right? If you leave an uncompleted building, a house that is not completely built, And no matter how the quality of materials used to be the house, you leave the house for 5 years, you come back, that house is going to be worn down. People are not staying in that house. Mind you, people are not staying in that house. Nobody's in the house. The house is going to be worn down. The house is going to destroy. If you leave a car for 5 years, things are going to happen, right? So even if you leave something to itself and you do not touch anything on that particular object, it's going to change because that is how life is. The only thing that doesn't change is God. The only being that doesn't change is God, and that thank God. But everything on earth changes for good or for bad. So we have to be intentional about the kind of change you want. So stagnation really, if you are stagnant, let's say take a body of water now. If water is stagnant in a particular zone for a long time, what happens to that water? Right? I want us to be engaging. Right? Drop it in the comments. If water is stuck for a long time, what do you think will happen to that water? So here are things that are going to happen to that body of water. The water is going to start smelling. The water is going to be dirty. The water is going to grow fungus, bacteria, you know, insects will start giving birth in those water like mosquitoes, right? That is it. But that water has been left alone by itself. But things will just start coming. The water has life in it already. So we start bringing life out and it starts smelling. And that's how we human beings are. If you have been stuck for a long time, you will start smelling, you start decaying. Your character will start getting bad. You start getting irritated by things easily. Things that don't usually annoy you will start annoying you. You become really angry. You become bitter, resentful. You start hating on people. You start hating yourself. You start regretting. And if that goes worse and worse, you start looking unkept, bad, depressed. And if you don't leave that situation, it's going to go worse from there. There are people that have been so depressed or stuck in a particular point in life that if you enter their house, the house is so dirty, right? It's not as if they are dirty people. They have just been so stuck in one zone in their mind, in whatever is going on in their life for a long time. And the state of your mind also reflects on your environment. If you're always disordered, things are scattered, is because your mind, state of your mind is like that. So it's a tough one. So understanding stagnation shows us that if you are in a particular point in your life for so long, you are going to waste your life unknowing to you. And it's not your fault, right? Things happen in life. Whether you can control it or not, things happen. Certain things that you cannot really change, right? Things happen. So now, how it affects us when stagnation happens is what I've mentioned: emotional imbalance, feeling frustrated, irritability, fatigue, stress, mental health. Chronic stagnation leads to this dissatisfaction in life, imperfect mental health, even your physical health. A lot of things happen. High blood pressures, a lot of things happen, right? But we have to break stagnation. We have to break stagnation. If you want to break stagnation in 2026, I want you to drop it on the comments. I don't care what zone you are in life, whether you are making money but you're stuck at a particular income level, or you are not making money at all, or you have not gotten a job, you want to get a job, or you're starting out your career. If you want to break stagnation in 2026, drop it on the comments because it's really important to learn to break it in 2026. Now, there is one principle we're using practical laws on earth to guide ourselves. So there's one principle in energy, right? So this is physics. So energy really, what energy is defined in physics is that energy is a force, right? We all know energy, but energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So it's transformed from one form to another. So what that means is that you have energy in you, right? Energy in you. There's what we call inertia, energy within a body, right? Energy within you. So in life, when you are born, you have energy. A baby has or capacity, let me put it that way, capacity. Now, the capacity of a baby to do something and the capacity of an adult, a full-grown adult to do something is very different. And the capacity is in form of intellect, your knowledge, a form of strength, a form of resources available to you, a form of connections available to you, a form of things you have in your power. A baby is helpless compared to an adult. Even if an adult is alone, it's more powerful than a baby, right? So most of us in life are still babies. I'm not talking of physical appearance. I'm talking of mentally, resources, connection, and all that stuff. We are still babies. And when you are moving through life and you are using baby capacity, life becomes harder, becomes way harder. And showing the picture of this hill, this guy riding through hill, this is where most of us are in life, right? This is where most of us are in life. We are trying to push, we are trying to climb, we're trying to climb, we're trying to climb, right? We're trying to climb. And if you don't have that capacity, you have not built enough capacity, you cannot get to this hill, which probably might be a peak point for you in your life, right? Or you cannot get to that goal or vision, at least that thing you want so bad, to at least give you comfort. You cannot get to that point. So what you need to do is increase your capacity, right? Increase your knowledge, your wisdom, because the more you know, the more you can do, the more you are aware. If you don't know that the internet exists, you will not be able to find things online. You'll not be able to search for, let's say you are looking for a hotel, you are in a new city, you're looking for a hotel space, and you don't know if hotels are in that area, you don't have a friend rather. The first thing you do is go on Google and search for hotels, right? That's how you find hotels. Same thing if you are without the knowledge of the internet and you're in a new city, you don't even know that internet exists and people are using the internet to find hotels. You can be stranded for so long and you're not aware that there's solution in your hands, in your phone. So many of us have solutions in our hands, but we're not aware of it because we don't have the knowledge to see it. The more you know, the more your perspective broadens, the more you see things that you are not normal, that you don't normally see, right? The more you are aware of things. Because you have to understand you came into this world blank and you are learning. You are still a baby, you are learning, you are growing, right? Some people are age, in age they are adults, but in mentality they are not adults. So you have to understand that first. So capacity, your knowledge, your network, your friends, the kind of people you have determine how much energy you can put in. Now in life, most of us are here. We are still struggling. We are still pushing forward. And for you to get to this point, you need to increase your capacity. That I'll show you how to increase your capacity. Now, when you are now at this point, this is what we call potential energy. Okay, you got to a point where you are resting now, right? You are resting. You are at this point, right? You are resting now. You have strived so much. You have pushed to a point whereby you are now say, okay, at least I'm here at this point, but you cannot stay here forever. Reason is because remember, anything left to itself will destroy, will deteriorate. If you are in this mountain, sorry, if you are in this mountain for a long time, you cannot, wind is going to come, storm is going to come. This your bicycle, whatever vehicle you're using to push yourself, is going to wear out. So you have to keep on moving. And when you push yourself from here to here, then what we call potential energy. And then when you are moving down doesn't mean like you're falling in life. It means like you're going through another phase, right? With what you have built from here, when you're moving down, you will discover that moving down becomes very, very easy, right? Moving down becomes very, very easy. So let's say you were making, let's use money for example, you were making just 1,000 naira or $1, for example, and then you push yourself to the point where you're able to make $100 and you feel comfortable here. Now, because you have $100, you can make more. So instead of just resting in $100, you decide to go for more wisdom. And because you have $100, you have enough resource to now pursue more, to achieve more higher goals, right? So with this diagram, you see that life is a pattern of ups and down. You are going up and down. You're going up and down. So you go from $1 to $100, $100 to $500, $500 to $1,000, and then to $2,000, and then to 3,000, and then you don't know. There's a favor factor or luck factor, but it's favor. I call it favor that is in it. That you get to a point whereby the math is not just linear, which is 0 to 100, 1 to 100, 100 to 500. No, it can go from 500 to 10,000. That is how life is. Because when you are moving, you are building capacity. You are having a lot of network, a lot of friends, a lot of resources, a lot of knowledge. So things are moving with you. So that is life. So you need to have enough capacity, you need to build capacity to take you further. Now, how do you do all of this, right? This is the scripture that I followed through 2024 to 2025. And Genesis 1 verse 28 says, this is God command to men, right? Most of us are just, we settle for less in life. We're just stagnant. We just prefer mediocrity, but that is not God. That is not God's voice to you, right? So what is God saying to you in 2026? He's saying, be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth, subdue it, and have dominion over the fish and sea, over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that move upon it. So what is God is saying to you is a be, do, have. Be fruitful and do multiply, right? And have dominion. So let me explain. This scripture has a principle that in business you can also see it. If you want to be a millionaire, mind you, I said be a millionaire, not a millionaire. If you want to be anything, a doctor, astronaut, there's a being. Being means you have to learn what it will take to produce, to have the capacity to do that thing. To become a doctor, you need to know what doctors do, right? And you learn how doctors learn, you study what doctors study, and then you can now do what doctors do. And then you can now have the sources doctors have, right? Same in business, same career. To become a successful business person, successful career person, you need to know what do career people do, become those kind of people, and then do what they do, and then have the result they have. So most of us want to have, we don't want to be. You cannot have except you be. So be fruitful, multiply, and have. So your being is the first thing you need to solve. So some of us are in the being, some of us are in the doing, some of us have not started having, or we're having little. But you have to understand that the moment you start becoming, you start doing and you start having. The moment you start thinking like a millionaire, you start doing what millionaires do, you start having the result millionaires have, no matter what level you are in life. You start from the mindset, transformation. You start thinking. It's not motivation. I'm not doing motivational speaking here. I'm telling you reality, right? For you to become like a doctor, start thinking like a doctor, right? So be do have. It's a principle that's in this scripture. To dominate, to have what you want, you need to first start becoming. You need to first start shaping your mind. First start having the kind of friends that will help you get to that set circle. First start joining the settings, the communities, the clubs that make you think like people in that space. You know, being attracted to things that you want to have, right? You want to be the most, you want to have the most beautiful woman, the most beautiful man, the most valuable person in the earth. You have to first become that kind of person yourself. Be somebody that is likable, be somebody that is high value, be somebody that is everybody wants. And then those people will attract themselves to you. It's like magnets, right? Those people attract themselves to you. So be do have, understand this scripture, and you solve a lot of things in your life. Now, in order to become, you need to understand another thing in nature. I'm using physical things to teach us, right? Because I want us to understand. My mentor, my top one mentor, Jesus Christ, is somebody that I learn a lot from, and he uses things in nature to teach, right? So he mentioned seeds, right? Seed is one of the most amazing um, thing on our earth today. Why? Because in a seed has the ability to become a tree. And all of us have seeds in the making. A seed has the ability to become a tree. A full-blown apple tree. This apple tree is in this seed, in this small tiny seed. This small tiny seed has the ability to become this apple tree. This is something that we see a lot of the times, but we don't actually understand, right? So many of us are seeds. We have potentials. We have different seeds in our life. We ourselves are seed. We have friendships, relationships that are seeds. We have skill sets that are seeds. And when you plant them in the right soil, in Wealth Network, I've taught about the principle of seed. It's a series documented that we're going to have on Spotify very soon, but it's on our WhatsApp channel. If you need it, just drop it in the comments. I will recommend you. I'll send you a link to check it out. Right. So seed now, if you plant a apple seed, right? You plant the seed on the soil, it will grow. When you water that seed, it's going to grow from different stages. Now, most of us we have not started planting some seeds that are important for success. We want to have fruits. We want to be fruitful. We want to have fruits, but we have to first become a seed, plant the seed, do the growing, and then have the fruits. So when you look at trees now, there are different seeds. Let's get back. I'll get back to this picture. We have different seeds to plant in 2026. We have seeds for personal development. You need to work on your mindset. You need to plant that seed. You want to become a billionaire, have the seed of a billionaire, the thinking of a billionaire. Plant yourself in a soil and water yourself with nutrients that make you a billionaire. What is the soil? The soil is your environment, the circle you join, and other stuff. The nutrients, what you feed yourself with, right? The water you plant yourself are the kind of content you feed yourself with, right? The knowledge you go for in your business space. Let's say you do fashion design, you're a fashion designer. You want to become one of the well-known fashion designers in the world. You have to develop yourself, develop your mindset, develop how you think about your work, how you talk to people, your clients, your character. All those things are important, right? Because one thing you have to know that in the world today, the world chase success over character, but success is more important than character because you can get to that place you want, but character will keep you there. We have seen a lot of people fall from the peak of their career because they don't have character. They could not control their desires, their impulse, their lust, their angers. We have seen bosses slap employees out of anger, out of rage. We have seen men beat their wives. We have seen wives beat their husband, abuse, split their homes because they could not. Character is important, right? So all these are personal development. So you need to have seeds full of this. I need to plant them in the right soil. So your spiritual life is important. It will affect every other part of your life. See, forget those people that tell you that you don't need to be spiritual, we don't need to know God. It's really important you need to know God because it will affect every other part of your life. So in personal development, look at your the kind of content you consume, look at the kind of people you listen to. Look, there's a principle I have applied for in my life that I learned early. I don't even know how I learned it, but what I learned is that to become good at anything, to succeed at anything, just learn it. Learn to learn anything. You want to get the best relationships in the world. Want to get the best marriage in the world. Learn how the best marriages work. Learn it. You want to become the very wealthy and well known in your business. Learn how people become wealthy and well known in their business. You want to strive in your career. Learn it. You want to have quality relationships. Learn it. You want to have good friends. Learn it. Learn everything. Learn how to raise kids. Learn everything. Learn how to succeed. If you learn everything, you will not have issues in life because you don't assume, you don't mistakes that you're supposed to make, you avoid them, right? Experience is the best teacher, but it doesn't have to be your experience. You can learn from other people's experience, and that's why we at World Network we're bringing people that have experience in different fields to teach people, right? So learn from spiritual mentors, learn from coaches like myself, learn from business people, learn, right? So work on your health, your appearance, plant those seeds, right? Skincare, health, mentality, spirituality, learn all those stuff. And then aside from personal development, go to skill acquisition, right? Learn how to learn skills, plant seeds of conversation. Conversational skills can start from something very simple. Learning how to, the easiest thing to learn a skill from in terms of relating with people is romantic. Learn how to make your spouse or somebody you like to be your boyfriend or girlfriend be happy, and you will learn how to converse with people in business. If you know how to compliment your boyfriend or your girlfriend, you will know how to compliment people in business, and that will help you. You will learn how to do public speaking. You want to overcome fear, learn how to speak to people. Approach the guy you like, approach the girl you like. They might reject you, and so what? You are building your confidence, right? It's all for you. These are seeds you are planting because at the end of the day, you want to live a successful life that you are satisfied with, that you know that you gave all your best. So learn to learn everything. So skill acquisition, learn conversational skill. It will help you in life. Learn financial literacy. It will help you how to save, how to invest, how to grow your business, how to start your business, all those stuff. Learn value creating skill, how to make money, right? How to solve problem in your industry, right? How to be different, how to be unique. Everybody can be doing the same thing, but you can do it totally different and make more money than most people. What kind of customers should you target, all those kind of stuff. Relationship seeds, so these are seeds you need to plant in 2025. Relationship seeds, who you know is important. Your network is your net worth, right? The kind of friends you have is important. I'm not saying all your friends should be all about business and money and goals, but I'm saying have relationship in every space. Have coaches in people that do relationship, romantic relationship, family, raising kids. Have coaches in business, finance. Have friends, your casual, your lifestyle, friends that can take you out, friends that know, best place to hang out. Have friends that know how to make you laugh, right? Have people in different space. So relationships are important in business too, in career too. Have those relationships, and then hang out with people that matter, right? Hang out with people that matter in every area of your life you are trying to grow. Then another thing is teach people that are younger than you or people that are behind you. In relationships, it's important that you have to understand that as a human being, you have people behind you and you have people in front of you, right? We have people younger than you, might not be age, might just be in experience, younger than you in experience. You have people that are older than you in experience too. So when you are growing in life, seek to be the top 1%, people that are already on the mountain, but also seek to help people coming behind you, right? What that will do is that when you get to the mountain, you have people to help you stand in the mountain, and you also have people to fall back to lean on, right? And you have people by your side, right? So when you are growing in life, learn to teach people younger than you, learn to teach people that are learning, learn to network with people, right? Don't just be a person that is only all about people that have money. I want to be with the successful people. No, learn to be with the unsuccessful people too, people that are trying to strive for success. I'm not saying people that are wasting their life, people that are trying to strive for success, right? These are important relationships. And when you follow through with all this stuff I've shared with you, you plant seeds of success. Because you have to understand, you have the capacity to become who you want to become. If you can dream it, you can see it, you can actually become it. It is just planting yourself in the right soil, in the right environment, and this is how you succeed in 2026. Very, very easy principle. Seed. As tiny as it is, as tiny as this little thing you want to, this little step you want to take, this little audit of your life. Sit back in 2025, sit back, think of how your 2025 has been. Audit your relationship, your spiritual life, your friends, your circle of friends, your business life, your skill life, your school life, your education. What are the things you know that you didn't do? Or what are the kind of friends you know that you need to keep away from? What are the kind of relationship you need to have? What are the your romantic relationship? What are the things you know you made mistakes, you didn't really do well that you can improve on? All of this, the moment you start improving on it, you have the potential to have fruits. And fruits are things you enjoy, and not just you, other people around you enjoy it. A tree plants itself, you plant a tree, you produce fruit not just for itself, you produce fruit for every single person around it. Every single person around the fruit benefits from the fruit. That's the kind of person you need to be. That's the kind of success you need to have. Success that is beyond you. Because what shall it profit a man that gains the whole world but loses his soul? You gain everything, but nobody can gain from you. You gain everything, but nobody can enjoy from you. You gain everything, and you lose every single person around you. You cannot be that person. You cannot afford to live that kind of life. At your deathbed, when you die, there's going to be what people are going to say about you. They're not going to even talk about your career, all this stuff. Though, yes, they're going to mention your successful career. But what people, anytime you go to a burial ceremony, when they are reading people's memorial, eulogy, what they say is how the person made them feel when they were on earth, the impact the person left when they were on earth, the legacy the person left when they were on earth. This is what God will also remember you by, right? What people are saying on your burial day is what God will also talk to you in judgment. How do people remember you? How do people know you? How do people think of you? When you flash through somebody's mind, what's the feeling people get? Do they feel happy, joy, or do they feel anxious, angry? These are important, right? So I'm not just talking about success now, but I'm talking about success beyond, right? So have all these seeds. Now let's talk about income expansion, right? Income expansion. This is how to make money in 2026. Now, one industry I will recommend every single person be in, no matter what you do, whether you are a lecturer, whether you are a student, whether you are a career person, is have an online business. This is a space that will keep on growing and growing and growing till eternity, right? Till God comes. Online is a new economy. It can never wash out. So it's just keep on growing. Now we have AI, we have different tools. Online will keep on growing. We have the internet. You're watching me online, right? I don't know where you are, whether you're in your room in another country, in another state, but I'm here from my own location talking to you, and you're watching me online right now because of the internet. So learn to take whatever you're doing, your business online, grow your business online. So if you want to make money in 2026, go online. And there are different forms of going online, right? But one of the ways to grow online, sorry, I think I made mistakes here. One of the ways to grow online is sell something online. Sell a product, sell a service, you make a lot of money. There are about 8 billion people in the world. at of this moment, and they keep growing. Many of those people are online. Many of those people are not online. Majority of the people in the world are not really online. That's the most amazing thing. And most of the people online have access to the internet, and you can make a lot of money from them. A lot of money from them. So how do you make money online? Is you do two things: you sell a product or a service, and what you do is you find a problem in your industry. If you're in an industry, look around you. This is something I've taught a lot of people. I have a challenge called 30 days product creation challenge, and in that challenge we go to different industries. I've taught people, somebody doing recycling, that they are recycling dirt, dustbin, waste bin. I've taught that person to create an online class and community, and people pay her nothing less than 80,000 naira, which is $80 to learn from her online. She just created a recording like some people are learning. I've taught somebody how to create a class for medical professionals. I've taught somebody how to create a class for lawyers, how to create a community for lawyers. So find a problem in your industry, right? Look at your industry. Whether you're even in military space, what are people suffering after they retire? What are people going through? In school, what do students really go through? Look at the problem. Is it they don't really know how to organize themselves? They don't really know how to retire well? Is it that they don't really know how to manage their relationships in regards to what they are doing? Maybe what they are doing is overwhelming their relationship, their career, their school, their business is overwhelming their relationship. How do they take care of their kids? Maybe they don't know finance, they don't know a lot of things, they are ignorant about a lot of, and you are now aware of those stuff. You create a product around that. And you can create a product in form of a community where you give knowledge like what I'm doing in Wealth Network. You can create a product in form of a course whereby you record your knowledge and you share it. You can create a product in form of PDF. You create knowledge, and you can use AI to even do all of this, right? You can go to ChatGPT. Let's say, let me do a live example, for example. Let me go to ChatGPT right now and let's do practical, right? So this is a practical session. So I did not plan to do this, it just came in the moment. Let me do it. ChatGPT now. I'm going to ask ChatGPT. Let's assume I'm a doctor, right? And I want to ask ChatGPT to basically help me create a community for doctors that will help me serve them and also help me make money, right? Okay. Or so now what I did was basically I identified, you know, I want to create a community for doctors in Nigeria, right? And I want to give value to them, right? Value is, what I want to give to them. Value is the most important thing. What are the things that doctors usually struggle with in their personal life, finance, and relationships? Now, in every sector, in every industry, these people struggle with things in personal life, finance, relationship, even health, right? Let me say health, because aside from physical health, we also have mental health. So doctors can also be having mental health issues too. You don't know, they are still human beings. So if I click enter, let's see what problems ChatGPT can help us identify. Now, this is using AI to create a data product, right? So it says very strong idea, value driven, blah 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 blah. Let's break it down. So let's see first of all problems that doctors are facing, and let us think of how we can help them solve all these problems. So problem one is personal life struggles for doctors. So they have time and life imbalance. So they have silent burnout. So doctors usually struggle with extreme long hours from housemanship, residency, shift. They have all these shifts. then little personal time for rest, hobbies, and family. So they even have constant guilt if I rest, my patients will suffer. Wow, I didn't even think of this. So these are things that doctors are facing mentally. So this affects them emotionally. They have exhaustion. They have loss of passion for medicine. Some of them even quit. Some feel stuck and trapped in the system. It doesn't even matter if they're in Nigeria or in the US. Doctors always face all this kind of stuff. So a community that can provide them how to manage their time as a doctor, time management, boundary setting without feeling guilt, stories of doctors who escape burnout, all this stuff. You get a community whereby doctors can take vacations, plan trips. You can create plan trips. Let's say you are in the hospitality industry. You can actually create experiences for doctors, right? You can create expense for doctors. You can create vacation packages for doctors, and you make a lot of money, right? You are helping them. You're giving them value. They have the money, but they don't have the. They need to feel refreshed, renewed. You can create something for them. So identity crisis also is an issue. Doctors tie the identity of being a doctor, so they feel lost when medicine no longer fulfills them. Some feel ashamed to explore other interests. So maybe they have interest in business, tech, or they have things on content, leadership, purpose. They want to help a particular set of people. You can actually create a community to help doctors find their identity, find their self, right? So I didn't suffer this much to feel empty. So identity beyond what they don't want to just be known for as being doctors. They want to be known to be more than doctors, right? So some people want to be known more than that career. So career expansion can be an issue for them, right? So creating a community that helps them find new purpose, new things can also help them, right? So if you're a purpose coach, career person, you can meet doctors and teach them how to expand beyond their career. So all of this applies to different industries, right? Financial struggles. So low pay versus high expectations. So this can be in the public or private sector. So poor government salaries, delayed payments, family pressure, you're a doctor, you're not supposed to be broke, send us money, lifestyle inflation without financial planning. They are earning decently but they remain broke. They don't have savings, investments, they live paycheck to paycheck. This is something that plagues every single person, right? So what you can create a community for financial literacy for doctors, how to budget, how to plan, how to invest in real estate and other stuff. So even if you do real estate, you can target a specific audience of people and make a lot of money by helping them, invest rightly. These are things, right? And I just use AI. Right? I use AI, right? So there's a lot of things you can help doctors with. So I'm not going to go through all of this. Even mental, emotional support groups for doctors, right? Relationship, how to balance relationships and all that stuff. So I just use AI to come up with a lot of strategy. And with AI, you can now know what you can help doctors do. Even if you yourself, you are not that experienced in what you want to help them, you can find speakers to come and help these people in these industries, right? Same way I'm helping you guys with relationships, business, finance, and bringing people to come and speak. That is what you can do for doctors, right? So you can create a community, you can create a course, you can create a digital product, you can create a PDF. You want ChatGPT to create a PDF for you, and then give values to these doctors, and they will pay you, right? And when you do this, the next thing you need to do is now create it, put it in a PDF, put it in a community. You might not really get your picture when you're starting out, but understand that you will make a lot of money helping a lot of people from this. And then you put it on platforms like Seller, right? People can pay through Seller, right? Seller is a platform whereby people can pay you. Seller is a platform where people can pay you and you make a lot of money from Seller, right? So you go online, for me, I have a website, right? I have a website. So people that are starting out, you can use seller.com. Go on Seller. I'll put my affiliate link. Please, you can use my link to register for Seller. You go on Seller and you upload your products, your PDF, your community link, and people pay you basically through Seller, whether they are in Nigeria or outside your country location, they pay for it. So people use Seller for all of that kind of stuff. So this is how you make money online. It's really, really easy, right? Then you just find a problem in a particular industry, you or the one you're currently in, see it clearly, find out to solve that issue, and then create a community, a product or a course around it, and people will pay you, right? So I have communities, I have courses. So these are courses right? A course can be an event. I record an event, I do an event, I record it, then I sell it out to people, right? This is it. So all of it is just to give value. So if you have gotten value just by listening to this webinar, please just drop it on the comments. Drop it in the comments. So basically, this is how you expand your income. And the amazing thing about having something online is that you can be making money over and over again. And that is, remember that scripture. So build systems and multiply effort. I'll explain this, right? Remember that scripture we checked before. Let me go back to it. Be fruitful, right? Be fruitful means find something that is productive, plant a seed. Multiply it means let your tree produce fruit and replenish the earth and subdue, have dominion, right? So be, do, have. Be fruitful means that instead of being a consumer, produce something, and then multiply. It means multiply your seeds, spread your fruits abroad, right? And to multiply means to create systems. So I created an online course, I put it on seller, and I will now run ads to get more people to buy from me. And what this does is that I can be just running ads on my own and I'm making money, right? I've set up the whole system and it's multiplying myself. It's like me multiplying my knowledge, my efforts using the internet, and that is building systems. And how you build systems is that you use Facebook, TikTok to market your goods, to market your product, your community. Use seller to host and collect payment. Use AI to create your product. Use WhatsApp to create your community. WhatsApp or Telegram to create your community. And this is how you make money. So imagine you have a community of doctors now that are learning financial knowledge from you, and each doctor is paying you 10K per month or 10,000 naira per month to join your community, right? If you have 100 doctors that have come through into your community for a whole year, 100 times 10 is how much? 1 million. You have 1 million naira from just helping doctors, and that is just one community. You can have several communities, right? You can have more people come. More doctors can refer other doctors to that community. You are building a community that offers value to people. And the only thing you need to do is just run ads continuously to your product. Your product is your community and other stuff. If you want to get in-depth knowledge, I have a 30 days challenge. You can reach out to me on the WhatsApp group and also my email. You can come to my site. You can come to my site, supersunday.site, and you can reach out to me. Sorry, supersunday.site. You can reach out to me and book a call and or chat my team. We will instantly send you, notice on how to get sorry on how to get access to that challenge, right? So it's a challenge. I'm just saying it's not really needed, it's just free. But beyond that, how you break free from procrastination is by forming habits in 2026, because you might have the knowledge, but the habits might not be there. So there are some habits you need to stop, honestly. And there are some habits you need to stop. Number one is procrastination, which is obvious, but procrastination can come in different forms. Number one is wasting time with the wrong friends, betting and gambling, spending habits. These are things that you need to learn how to break. Insulting yourself online just to be funny, it's a rubbish habit. People don't know. You are devaluing yourself. Watching low quality content is affecting the kind of seeds you are planting. Not taking risks for yourself. Now, risk taking is something that many people don't do. This is when you settle for life. You feel like you're defeated. You need to learn how to take risks. Because if you don't take risks, you are not an interesting person. Nobody wants to be around you. You're not high value, and you will not be growing. Remember, I showed you the bicycle of that guy on the bike standing on the hill. That person at that point is very okay in life, but they don't know that they are limiting themselves, and they don't know that being at that point, you just by default, the economy environment will come at you and you will wither away. You have to change because things around you are changing, right? So you need to learn to move forward quickly before you get too comfortable. I'm not saying don't become comfortable or become too comfortable in that sport, because there's this principle. It's also in the Bible. Say, to whom much is given, more will be added. To who has more, rather, more will be added, and to who has little, even the little, the least you have, more will be taken. That what that scripture is telling you is that life is unfair, right? But what that scripture is telling you that if you are not going for more, even the small one that you have it will be taken away from you. Not because God wants to take it away, because economy will happen, inflation will happen, price of things will happen, and by default, that thing you are trying to save, that small life you're trying to manage, you will move from middle class to poor in a twinkle of an eye. So don't settle for where you are. Even if you are making 1 million, 10 million, don't settle for that. Go for more. Right? Go for more. And you're going for more, it's not because you are greedy, it's because to who has more, more will be given. It's a principle. And you help a lot of people by becoming wealthy. Remember, the purpose of money is to help people, not just to gather for yourself, is to also help people, right? And then womanizing, hook up, devaluing yourself is something, is a habit you need to stop. All these are things that if you are doing 2026, reduce, limit as much as possible, reduce it. It's not going to go in a twinkle of an eye. So you have to just reduce it. So have that. So there are intentional habits you need to form in 2026. So number one is intentionality and diligence. Always go for more knowledge, always go for wisdom. Set goals and try to be intentional about it. Hang out with the right set of people. Learn to do anything, which is the one principle that I've applied. Invest in assets. Your assets are your skills, things that will make you more money, things that will help you grow. Attend events, build your knowledge, build your contact. Another way to build your contact is joining communities, attending events. You're building your contact, because if you attend, for example, you attend an event whereby it's a business event, a business seminar, you are likely to meet business people there. And if you want to make more money, those are the kind of contacts you need, right? Business people in different sphere, in different industries are in that contact. Real estate, health, other stuff. They're in that environment. So you can make a lot of friends that are in different space, in different industry, in that environment. You do fashion design, for example. You want to get more high paying clients, more premium quality clients. Go to networking events, you find them there, share them your contact, wear your outfit, let them know, let them come and ask you, why are you looking so good, I love this your design, who is your tailor, oh, I'm the tailor, I saw this, oh, can you make one for me? Because those people in those sphere understand presentation matters, and they are willing to pay for it. So you can see that these habits will help you succeed in 2026. And then another thing is, have self-respect and confidence for yourself. Do not devalue yourself. Do not insult yourself online. Do not, I'm not saying don't be funny, but don't insult yourself. Don't do what other people are doing. Respect yourself, have confidence, and that is what you need to do to succeed in 2026. And I believe practically I've showed you what you need to do. Now, if you are serious about succeeding in 2026, achieving your goals, you need, you know, the right information, the right knowledge. You need a mentor, you need coaches where you can ask questions, you need people to guide you. You need a community of like-minded people across Nigeria and globally, right? People in the same city that are thinking like you. You need friends that are in the same setting, the same mindset. And you need to grow your knowledge, your finance and influence, your network also. I want to invite you to the World Network. The World Network is a platform we are building to create such a community and such um, access. You get access to mentorship, coaching, and networking. And right now, our goal is to get 1,000 members. On our WhatsApp channel, we're about 333. And once we get to 1,000 members, we'll be launching our website. And our website will be a platform just like my own website, but a platform for knowledge, for things that will help you grow in life, in business, career, in every sphere of life, in health, business, relationship, your spiritual life, other stuff. So it's a platform created for the top 1%, right? We are just getting top 1% of experts in this field to come and teach you, to come and give you guidance. So that is what we're trying to do. So right now, what network is absolutely free to join. Our goal is to get to 1,000 members and we'll launch our website. Our website is going to be, we're going to have free courses, I'm going to have paid courses, but they're going to be really, really affordable for you to have access to. And then once we go to 5,000 and beyond, we're going to start forming fiscal communities, right? We're going to call it our tribal and wealth tribes, our tribal communities. And in every city, in every state, we're going to form tribal networks. And that tribal network, the goal of it is just um, have a circle of friends you meet once or twice a month, discuss your goal, business, pulling resources together, help each other grow, help each other hit the goal, and share knowledge, get filled, learn more about God, learn more about business, learn more about succeeding in life. And that is the goal. It's a community that you have never seen before. It's not religious. It's not a church thing. It's not a mosque thing. It's a community for people that want to grow. And it's inspired by Jesus Christ. So it's a community that God gave me as a vision, inspired by God. But mind is not religious. So we're not doing religious. We're not doing church mosques. No, no, no. But though we pray together, we worship together, but it's not religious, right? The core of it is to create wealthy people that have God in their hearts because character is important, and that is it. And it's free to join tribal network. So it's a long-term vision. We're not starting it now, but something we're looking to start. Who knows? 2026, I might start it in a city, you know, might study randomly and just learn from it and then raise other people to actually become tribal leaders. So we will have tribal leaders, and those will be people that have gone through World Network, gone through our resources, gone through our training, have fruits themselves, and those people in their own cities, in their own locations, will form their own tribal um, um, communities, and it's just to help people, right? Because these are systems, these are things to succeed in every platform, in every sphere, in every industry where you see the top 1%, they all have communities and club. All these billionaires you see today, they have communities and club. They will not tell you about. They have communities and club whereby they are in, right? And this is what we're trying to do: create that kind of knowledge, that kind of community, that kind of club, that kind of experience for every single person, no matter their income level, whether you are rich, you are becoming rich. These are the kind of community we're creating. So I hope you find value in this. Please drop a comment if you find value in this. And if you want to join what networks, check out the description. And I can't wait to see you on this side. Stay blessed. Bye for now. And be good.